Okay, so for this question, what is the wavelength of electromagnetic radiation which has a frequency of this? This is a very straightforward question. You're going to be given the data booklet, and your data booklet is going to contain information like C. What is the value for C? C is equal to the speed of light. It's going to be 3 times 10 to the power of 8, right? You should be practicing using this already. 3 times 10 to the power of 8 meters per second, ms minus 1 to the minus 1. Right? And you're going to be given the equation. You're going to know that C is equal to the speed, the wavelength, which is lambda, times the frequency. Right? So you're going to have these equations. Now, in this case, you're given the value of the frequency. The frequency is given to you here, so you have this value. And the value for speed of light is a constant. So this you already know. It's going to be given to you. So you already have this. All you have to do is solve for lambda, or the wavelength. So how would you solve for lambda? That's very straightforward. Lambda, or wavelength, is going to be equal to the c, speed of light, divided by frequency, right? You know this from math. This is the end of math in grade 9. So by now, if you don't know this, you should probably go back to your teacher to tell them that you don't know it so they can know what to do about this. Or you should go revisit your note, basically. Right? I'm sure your teacher has taught you this. So that's it for the first question. Now for the second question, right? The second question is basically asking you to solve for the value of the energy given the wavelength, if you're given the wavelength. Now this one requires 2 major steps. So the first thing that you know, or what's given to you in the test, is E is equal to H, which is Planck's constant, times the frequency, H times V, right? If you have this, and now you want to solve for the energy, if you realize this energy equation does not give you the wavelength, so you don't have a wavelength. Instead, what you have is frequency. So what you could do is, from this, just like the previous question, you know that C is equal to the wavelength times the frequency. So what can you solve for? You can solve for the frequency from here, and then plug the value for the frequency you get from here into this equation and solve for energy, right? So C is equal to, V is, frequency basically is equal to C divided by the wavelength which is given to us in the question, and then you can get a number for frequency. Once you have that number, plug it into this equation, and you can solve for the energy of the photon. Or something else you could do is just rearrange this equation, substitute V instead of V in this equation, right? I'm going to have a new form of equation, which is going to be E is equal to H times, instead of V, right, I now have C over lambda, right? And just saying, this is the same thing as saying H times C divided by lambda, right? And just plug in the numbers and you can get your answer. They should give you the same answer, right? It's just the same steps, that's just math. All right, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please consult your teacher. I hope you get the 2 multiple choice questions on this concept right in the test.